Namaskar and welcome again to Planet to Soul Astrology. So here comes Kṣaṇāti again on Planet to Soul channel, and welcome Kṣaṇāti once again. It is always pleasure to talk to you, and you are such a humble soul that I really enjoy interacting with you because there is a peace or calmness in your aura when I met you at Sedona also and when I'm interacting you now also. So few things I can make out that you are a calm person even though your Mars is very strong in the chart, what I assume from your face reading. But anyways, you are a very understanding person. You know how to tackle with the difficulties in the life. So apart from that, friends, before starting the special video today, which is about the Nakshatra Devatas, we all are so very much eager and curious to know about the nakshatras, to go to the deep and to the roots of the nakshatras. And yes, here we are going to start the series of nakshatra devatas. We will be discussing all the nakshatras step by step, and we will bring all the secrets which are just you can say rotating around the devatas of the nakshatra, because we all know the nakshatra devatas, we know the name and that's it. But here we will try to explore more about these devatas, what are the mythologies or what are the true mythologies made, which are spoken to make all the nakshatras understand in a good manner, which are really helping in predictive techniques. But before starting the session, I would like to announce one very important thing, that is there is going to be a Nakshatra Summit on 19th of April 2019, and this Nakshatra Summit is going to be held by Kṣaṇāti itself, and many renowned astrologers are going to participate in that. Definitely Kṣaṇāti will talk about it, and this seminar or summit is totally free of cost, but registration is must. So link will be given in the description box below as well as in the comment section below. So one and all can just click on the link and register themselves to participate in the summit. For Indian people, it is 9:30 p.m. and for Eastern people, it is in the afternoon on 19th of April. So I'll just ask Kṣaṇāti to talk more about this Nakshatra Summit. Kṣaṇāti.
Namaste, Sunilee ji. I cannot tell you how grateful and appreciative I am for everything that you said and for the time that we have together today and for all this amazing work which we are doing together. It has been such a pleasure so far, and I am excited to do this Nakshatra Devata series with you when we can really show the connection between the Devata and the karma, the connection between the Devata and the lesson that the soul must learn. So because the Deva is trying to help teach us lesson. So how can we best listen to them? Through understanding the Devata Nakshatra, its influence in our chart. This is one of my favorite topics, and I thank you for taking this series with me. We're doing a Nakshatra Summit. We have held a few international summit events. We're doing a Nakshatra Summit. It's going to be April 19th in the Eastern United States. It's at noontime. In the Western United States, it's 9 in the morning. And in India, it will be 9:30 p.m. in the evening. And in Europe, it will be in the late afternoon. So this is something to consider. Please, you can find the link in the details of our video. But we will have Dr. Arjun Pai joining us, Sam Sadasiva Jeppy, Ronnie Dreyer, also Sunilee ji and myself to discuss many exciting methods and ways of using these nakshatra and understanding their influence in our life. And so thank you. I hope all of you who will watch this video will like to join our Nakshatra Summit on the 19th.
Yes, definitely many will be benefited of it, and it will be a very, very gainful session, and I'm just too much excited and looking forward to it. So, Kṣaṇāti, we will start with the, as we discussed before that, we will start with the Ashwini Nakshatra first, and Devata of Ashwini Nakshatra, and secret of Ashwini Nakshatra. So, I would ask you to share your knowledge, share your views, and share your special techniques, that how the Nakshatra Devatas can be, how these Nakshatra Devatas help us to read the particular nakshatra itself in the predictions, as well as in understanding the nakshatras.
Thank you, Sunilee ji. I think before we discuss any secrets of any type, I'd like to thank my Guru Amaji, and also pranams to Lord Shiva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Om Amriteshwariye Namaha, because all the secrets may be revealed through the devas, but not the logical mind. We can try to grasp onto these things with the logical mind, but it is like grasping at a rope which is escaping our hands. So again, may we understand the lessons through the devas, through may my guru help us understand, and Lord Shiva. And first we will talk about Ashwini. Now, Ashwini, the deva of Ashwini is the Ashwini Kumar, which are also called the Ashwini twins. Now, Ashwini means horse, so they're the horse twins, but they are children of Surya. And it is said that when Surya rises in the morning, that the Ashwini twins will come in with Surya. So they greet every morning. They will be greeting the day. So, but the thing about Ashwini is they are what we call demigod, or they were born as demigod, which means when they were first born, they had some human characteristic. And they were always thirsty for the soma, the amritam, because they knew that they were divine, but they haven't reached the ultimate divine destination of the immortality. So there is a strong kama. There is a strong kama influence, the desire for more, which come from the Ashwini twins. They were willing to do anything to drink the amritam. They even convinced the priest to perform the ceremony so that they may drink the amritam and they become immortal. And they deceived Lord Indra. So this is a very interesting part of the history, is the deception of Lord Indra. Because Lord Indra did not want the Ashwini to become immortal. Lord Indra said they have too much human characteristic. They have too much human quality. They have too much human desire. So they do not have this, they are not supposed to become. But the Ashwini desire, they will do anything at all costs to fulfill that desire, to get to the Amrita. And their influence of Ketu on this nakshatra, their influence of Rahu in this nakshatra, and this influence, they create a false head for the priest who is going to do the ceremony for them, to drink the Amritam, because Lord Indra was going to kill anybody which helped the Ashwini to become immortal. He was going to cut their head off. The Ashwini twins knew this, so they create artificial head, and they put it on the priest, and the priest began to perform the ceremony, and Lord Indra comes, and he cuts off the artificial head. But the Ashwini twins were very medicinal. They were masters of the Ayurveda. They're connected to Lord Dhanvantarim as well. So there is this strong energy of they preserve the head. We call this in the medical world sterile. So they were able to keep the head sterile while Lord Indra cut off the false head, and then they do surgery, put the real head back on the priest. They drink the Amritam. They experience the immortality. So this history of the Ashwini is incredibly profound. Now, what it means is on the higher side, on the more evolved side of the influence of the Ashwini twins, we have the power to heal. We have the power to heal anything, any type of disease, any type of illness, any type of weakness. And they are connected to, as I mentioned, Dhanvantari, who is the Lord of Ayurveda. So people with strong connections in Ashwini are connected to Ayurveda, especially if they understand Vedic lineage. But they might be connected towards Western medicine or other forms of alternative medicine if they are not exposed to the Vedic. So the real Ashwini twins, they give the power to heal. They will make you a healer. And if you have a disease, they give you the power to heal that disease within yourself. So but there's also the other side of it, which is the desire. Hitler had his son in Ashwini. So this means that the desire can sometimes be so strong, and you will be willing to do whatever it takes to achieve that desire. And if that desire is to heal, then that is the most blessed. But if that desire is to destroy, if that desire is to kill, then those with strong Ashwini positions, they will also fulfill this desire. So we must consider both sides of the Nakshatra Devata influence. The Devas are trying to teach us a lesson. So the lesson here through the story that we discuss of the Ashwini is they were born very divine, but this was not divine enough. So this lesson is so strong for us. We are all divine, but but do we still crave more? Do we still have attachment to this physical body? Do we still desire to live forever? If we were given this opportunity to become immortal, would we take it? And see, this indication for Ketu on Ashwini, I think there is the desire, but past the desire is liberation. So you have this desire that you must fulfill with the Ashwini. But if you accept things the way they are, you humbly submit and surrender to the way things are instead of doing everything to fulfill your desire, then the Ashwini is much more of this healing vibration. This will allow the energy, instead of going towards desire, to go through healing the body, so it can dhamarta kama mokshana, arogya mula mutamam. So to preserve the body is so to achieve the four aims of life, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So people with strong Ashwini position, they are there. You don't preserve the body so you can live forever. The divine intention behind the preservation of the body is so that you may achieve dharma, artha, kama, moksha, the four purposes of life. So this is very important to understand the potential here to be a healer, so that you can help yourself and others achieve dharma, but also moksha because of the Ketu influence when we surrender past our desires. But also to know this influence, okay, I have strong Ashwini influence and the desire can sometimes overtake me. Some people with the sun in Ashwini, they desire great power. They desire great fame. They desire success. And most of the time, they are very famous. They are very successful, but they want more. And this, again, goes back to the story we talk about of the mythology of the Ashwini. They were born demigod. They were born very close to the divine realization, but still, there was more to desire. So again, with the Ashwini influence, we talk about on the highest evolution, the power of being a healer and the power to heal and the power to create. But on the other side of the spectrum, if it's a difficult position in Ashwini, this could be too much desire for power, too much desire for control, too much desire for other forms of leadership. So this is just something which is very important to consider when we discuss Ashwini Nakshatra, the Ashwini Kumar. And I hope that you thought this was interesting, Sunilee ji, and I would love to hear your insights as well.
Yeah, this is very interesting. You know, actually, whenever we have some special and very interesting stories or mythologies, and these all are true mythologies, it is nothing like it makes us to understand the theme, understand the nakshatra very easily. And you know, whenever we talk about the mythology or whenever we talk about the Devatas story, that time we feel that we are already present over there. You know, mentally our moon becomes very powerful. Our moon directly goes into Ashwini Nakshatra and it starts thinking more and more. So one more mythology related to this Ashwini Kumar, as I said, that while Samudra Manthan, when the nectar was to take out from the Samudra Manthan, that time after Mahalakshmi ji, because Mahalakshmi ji also incarnated from the Kalash, Amrut Kumbha, which is total Soma, what you said, Amrut. So after that, the Dhanvantari Devata also got incarnated from the same Kalash, from the same Amrut Kumbha. The Dhanvantari Devata also came out, and the two Ashwini Kumars were the two, you can say, soldiers of this Dhanvantari Devata who were blessed with the healing powers. And later on, these Ashwini Kumars were working as a doctors of the Devatas. Okay, so Ashwini Kumars, that is why have the healing power within the, at that time when the deities used to fall sick or say ill, that time Ashwini Kumars were having so much healing horsepower within them. Ashwa means horse. Okay, so they have the shape of horse face also, it is said. So they have a power, they have a horsepower within that. Now this horsepower, as you were saying, that the energy has to be utilized in a good or a bad way, or a fruitful way, or anywhere the energy can be wasted. So all the energies actually is in the healing. The person, whatever thinks about in Ashwini Nakshatra to heal the person, even though that person is not into medical field. Most of the time what we see that Ashwini people are more into healings. It is not necessary that they should learn medicine only. Without learning medicine also, if you have Ketu or Ashwini Nakshatra very powerful in the chart, and even though you do not have the yogas of becoming a doctor, but still you have a great healing power within you. Okay, so now also if we see many people by just their touch, people start feeling better, you know, because inbuilt there is something healing power within that. And Ashwini Nakshatra, when we talk about, so it is the first nakshatra of the nakshatra series as per the modern this, because previously they were counting from Kritika Nakshatra as the first nakshatra. But later on now we are starting from the Ashwini Nakshatra. So what Ashwini Nakshatra says, as it is the first nakshatra, you can start any good thing or any good murtas which are the starting point, like any opening ceremony, just starting the reading the scriptures or starting the healing processes, okay, starting the holistic organizations. So everything can be started on Ashwini Nakshatra, because these people who are having strong Ashwini Nakshatra in their chart. Strong Ashwini Nakshatra means what? Strong Ashwini Nakshatra means that you have a very powerful Ketu which is in Subhansha. Okay, I'm just dropping to Nadi Amsha here as per the Sarvatobhadra Chakra. If your Ketu is falling into Shubha Ansh, that particular degrees are given to Ketu Nakshatra also. So definitely this Ketu will give you victory. That is why we are correlating flag, Dhwaj, Shikha with the Ketu. That means victory. So these people wherever go, they want a victory. They want a power. And if Ketu is weak in the chart, see, we have to see with a different vision. Not only Ketu is a demon or Rahu is a demon. We have to understand its true meaning. What is Ketu? Wherever Ketu is positive in the chart, the Ketu makes you more possessive to know about the signification or karakatva of that particular house where it is placed. The Ketu will make you more curious to know about that things connected to that planet, connected to that house. Coming back to deity, as we are discussing, because these all are Ashwini Kumars. All the doctors who are having Surya, Sun strong in the chart, and Ketu also in Surya Nakshatra or Surya in Ketu Nakshatra, definitely you will see that these people are connected to healings. Surya and Rahu connection who are having, they are very good in Ayurvedas. In last session also I told this. So, so many good qualities these Ashwini people have. Sorry, I'm having a sore throat, so I cannot speak for a longer time. So I'll just hand over the mic to you. So you can just continue with the Ashwini, or we can start with the next nakshatra also. But before that, I would request you to talk about planets and Ashwini nakshatra, how they work in brief.
Thank you, Sunilee. That was quite reflective, and I very much appreciate your insights. One thing that I totally resonates with me when we're looking at the Ashwini is there's this great power to heal. And the combination of Ketu and the Ashwini Kumar, that's quite magical. See, in the modern world that we're currently living in, we think of healing as something that happened in the hospital. But the Soma, the Amritam, this is a magical healing. This is the divine type of healing. This is the person who can put their hand on your heart and remove your cancer. This is the person who can whisper some sweet melody in your ear and remove all your mental illness. So this is when we think of healing, we think of it very physical, but there's Ketu in this nakshatra. So the healing is metaphysical. The healing is spiritual. And I think people with strong Ashwini position, they have the greatest power to heal, which is a form of creation. And if they follow their power, the greatest power to destroy. So again, you're looking at this, whether we have ego and we're in service, which is healing, we're trying to help heal others, or whether we do this for our selfish reason, whether our intention is for ourselves. So again, I see this disparity. Now, again, some of the strong, this is on Aries nakshatra. So that's rulership of Mars. So you have Mars influence, you have Ketu influence. So the sun is exaltation in this nakshatra, Ucha. And Mars also does very well in this nakshatra. It goes into Mula Trikona. So there is a very strong position with these Pitta-type planets with the Ashwini. Also, Ketu in other nakshatra of Aries doesn't do so well. But Ketu or Rahu in Ashwini nakshatra is very healing potential. But this is something which is worth mentioning, which is, are you a healer or are you a sorcerer? In the South American shamanism, they call it the curanderos. These are the people that heal. They sing beautiful melodies, they put their hands on your body, and they have the power to heal you. I'm sure these people have Rahu, Ketu, and Ashwini. But then there is also sorcerer who give you potion and then take your life, take your energy, take your health, take your years for his own sake. There is this magical power of destruction, which is also the power of dark magic. So people with very strong And you can think of Hitler's son in Ashwini. He was a very dark magician. So you have this strong power here, whether you want to be a healer of light, whether you want to be a healer of the light, or you want to use that power for darkness. See, it's magic either way, but where do we take that magic? Do we take it to serve others, or do we take it for our own desires? So that's something. So Sun is very strong in Ashwini. Mars is very strong in Ashwini, but you have to be careful about too much desire for power. Much more Rahu Ketu in this nakshatra, because of their influence already, give strong magical healing abilities. But you have to make sure that you're using those selflessly. Jupiter does well in this Ashwini nakshatra. Because Jupiter and Mars have good relationship, and Jupiter Ketu have potential for spiritual relationship. So these people can have more spiritual goals, spiritual aspirations. I like Jupiter in this nakshatra. The moon in this nakshatra, it can be very, these people are also great power to heal. And when the moon is stronger, then their power to heal is stronger. And when the moon is more afflicted, they feel sickness in themselves. So this is the challenge and curse of the moon in Ashwini. You can use the moon power, which contain the soma. We call the moon somaya. So we can take the soma from the moon and hopefully share it and replenish ourselves. But also this can wear, moon Mars can wear on the mental relationship. So there can be difficult disturbances in the mind, maybe frustration, irritability. These are associated with the Aries vibration. So you have to be careful, but there's also a strong gift. Mercury, Mercury people in this Ashwini Nakshatra, they can be very good doctors. They can be very good teachers of medicine. Also Jupiter in this Nakshatra. They can be more teachers of the medicine. So maybe they're teacher in medical school. Maybe they're teacher of biology, of physics, of chemistry. So we're looking at, and also Saturn is debilitation, Nitya. It's a debilitation position in the Ashwini Nakshatra. So Kṣaṇāti does not do very comfortable in the Ashwini Nakshatra. And very interesting, we go through Saturn Ketu conjunction right now in the transit. So we're feeling some of this interaction, which has some debilitation vibration to it, because Saturn goes in Nitya is in debilitation position in Ashwini. It doesn't mean that you're not a healer, but these people can have health challenges. Oftentimes they can have difficult fixed karma health challenges. So they might be born, because Aries is a fixed karmic sign. And when Saturn debilitation, if it's an 8th house, they can live long life, but they will have many health problems. Saturn Kṣaṇāti in the 8th house will delay the death, but cause them sickness. Dr. Lad always used to joke, you will have a very long life with arthritis. So there is this vibration of wherever Saturn in Ashwini is, there is the potential for you to heal in that area, but also you must suffer in that area first. And often there's a fixed karmic suffering when Saturn is in Ashwini. That this could be a karmic debt which we inherit from our past lifetime karmas. So something.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because specifically, if you are talking about Saturn in Ashwini Nakshatra, I have seen many charts where there is a Saturn in Ketu Nakshatra, that is Ashwini Nakshatra, or any planet, I will say about Saturn only, or Ketu in Saturn Nakshatra, either way. So these people are mostly into services, public services. They are working in either hospitals, or they are working in very, low profile work, like they are working in the, you can say, solid waste management departments or something, but they are mostly in giving the services, like if a ward boy or any person working in the hospital looking after the patients, that is also one type of healing. this Saturn and Ketu, because they have that much capacity to give services to the patients. Okay,
Yes.
or these people are working under the healers only. In such offices or in such holistic organizations, they are working under some renowned healers or doctors, you can say. As a
Yes.
compounder also, these people are working. Because of their debilitated Saturn, maybe they are not in a very higher position, but they do have the healing capacity. Or you can say, if Venus sometimes or Sun also becomes powerful, even though the Saturn is in debilitation in Ashwini Nakshatra, so maybe they go for the nursing, they go for the paramedical field, and they work towards the healing profession, or they go in the Ayurveda also. So different type of fruits, these Ashwini Kumars are blessing us so very much. They are not asking us all to become a doctor, but yes, they are asking us all to become a spiritual healers. Here what I want to convey this message. So whenever the Saturn Ketu Yuti is there in your chart, in the transit also, or from by birth also, if you have this combination, or even though debilitation of Saturn in D9 chart or D1 chart, one should not be scattered like, no, I have a debilitation of planets, nothing will happen. They should, in fact, they have a more challenge and they have a more chance to enhance their healing capacity. They can they can make Ashwini Kumars happy. They have to chant the Ashwini Nakshatra mantra, in fact, every day. So that definitely they will gain the healing power, not only to heal others, but to heal self also. Unless and until you heal the self, you cannot heal others. That is what I think. So, Kṣaṇāti, should we go to the another nakshatra, or you would like to discuss more about Ashwini?
I just want to agree with your point concerning Saturn, Saturn Shudra, Saturn servant, and then the fixed karma of the Ashwini position. So these people still can be strong interest in medical, but they're in service because they are the
Yes.
servant. So they are in service to some greater authority. And see, the sun is exalted in this nakshatra and the Saturn is debilitated. So sun in this nakshatra gives you the authority
Yes.
so that you are in the highest position. And usually these people will even want more. But the Saturn in this position, much more humbling. The hierarchy is above you. So this means that when the sun is in Ashwini, you get much recognition. You get much reward for all of the work which you do. When Saturn is in this position, no recognition, no material reward, no there's spiritual reward like patience, acceptance, humility. There's a spiritual reward, and some of the most spiritual people have Saturn in Ashwini because they're so humble, because they have no choice, because everyone has authority over them. So this is a
Yes.
very strong point, and I really enjoy that, Sunilee. And now will be a good time for us to move on to the next nakshatra. So thank you for your insights on Ashwini, Sunilee ji. Om Namah Shivaya.
Yes. Namaste.